Hello, welcome to this tutorial. I'm Maurice Dimba, and today I'm going to show you how to generate drawings and placing title blocks inside your drawing. Let's get started, and we are going to start creating first the isometric drawing, or a 3D. And to access the tools for creating such drawing, just go straight and click Drawings and Report. You'll be able to access all these commands that will be able to assist you in creating any kind of such drawing. Now, I want to go straight to General Arrangement, and I'll click on that. This window will come up with the 3D option already highlighted, or if not highlighted by default, just click on it. Then go straight away and click Create, and give it some time to load the settings, and the drawings will be created immediately. Let's give it time. There we are. Our drawing has been created, and we want to follow it. We want to follow it from the drawing list. It has been listed here. Here it is. And what we're going to do, just to double click on it for the drawing to be opened. Double click on it, on that, and it will load. It has been opened. Now I'll just go straight and minimize this drawing list window. And here is our drawing, the isometric view. Let me just bring it close. Just bring it closer. Now, you might be asking that where is the title block? That is the next step you're going to. And to do that, we have a title block inside another model that we did previously, and we want to copy that model from that model folder and bring it to folder of this drawing. Now, to access that, we just go straight to File here. Under File, go straight to Open Model Folder. Once this has been opened, it will open our current model folder, and we'll move up to other model folders where we saved the template that we want to use on the current drawing. I'll scroll up to the location of the folder I'm looking for. I'm going straight to this folder here, Billboard, and double click on that and scroll down and go straight to my target here. This is my target here. This is my title block I want to bring into the current drawing and use it in my drawings. I'll right click and come to copy. I'll pick copy, then scroll back, click back to my previous folder of the current drawing. And that folder, we are closer to it, this one here, elevation tank, or elevate tank. I'll double click on it. After double clicking on it, I'll right click and paste that template inside this folder, here. Now it is inside here. Please note down this name, title block 1 TPL, or template. Now I'll minimize this. Then my next step will be to track that folder, or track that template, and bring it here. To access it, just go straight to File here and go to Editors. Once you've clicked on Editors, come to Layout Editor here. Then the layout window will come on this end. Just type the name here, and it will be brought just closer to you. Then just click on it. And you will realize the moment you click on it, you'll be requested here to pick the insertion point insertion point in your drawing window or title block. I'll just snap on that spot. Once I've snapped on that spot, I'll zoom out. This is what we've just brought in. I'll click on it, right click, and come to Move. I'll snap at the bottom end here and place it on that spot. I'll right click and click Interrupt, and click on Empty Screen. I'll click Save As. I'll give it a name, title, B1, and I'll click save. That's all. I'll close this window now. I'll bring it close. This is what we've just brought in, and I'll show you how to bring this in and how to change this text and how to feed this drawing number. To do that is very simple. We'll just go back and double click on the title block, and these options will come, these three options. Do you want to cancel everything and exit? Do you want to edit this drawing under layout setting? Do you want to edit template in template editor? We'll go with the first option. We want to edit this template under template editor because we want to modify this text, or we want to show you how to feed in this text inside your title block. I'll go straight and click edit template in template editor right there and give it time to load. Here we are, and everything has been brought forward for us, and I'll go ahead and close this. Now if you take a look here in template editor, those texts have been represented with some text that you might not understand, but if you're familiar with what we're doing, you'll be able to at least pick what it's going on. Now under client, we fed the name of the client. Now under drawing, checked, approve, they have been abbreviated with DRN, CHD, APPR, approve date, and that's all. And the project name, the project number, here it is. Now I want to show you how to feed on this, or all this, to reflect what will be on the file node drawing. This will not appear. This is just a representation of what will be on your drawing. Now let me just double click on this, and you'll see this, and you'll see where this is taking us. You can see this. This is a value field property that will be helping us place the name of our client here. Now I'll go ahead and delete this. This is project object field. This will be containing the client name. I'll delete it. Now I'll show you how to place that and play around with the fonts and the length of your text. Now I'll go straight to value field here. You'll see the moment I click on this value field, you'll see some text is text has sticked on my cursor here. I want to place it somewhere here. Let me just place it somewhere here. The moment I click on that spot, this dialog box will come up. You'll see a dialog box here. Though the value field is still loading, we'll just give it some time, it will appear. So if you come here, I want to place a value field here under project. Now to do that, it's very simple. I'll come here under project and type object. It is under project, and I'll click object. This will be our client name. I'll click OK, and I'll double click on this. Once I double click it on this, I want to change the font type and the font size and how lengthy will be our text. That one will be changed inside this window. Just go ahead and click this radio button under font layout. Click on that. This will bring this window you're seeing on the screen right here. And we want to use an Arial font type. Arial font type. Not Arial. I'm writing the opposite way. Writing Arial right there. Arial right there. We have Arial right there. And we want a regular shape. Want to use 3.5. That size is okay. That height is okay. I'll give it an okay right here. Then adjacent to font layout, you will see length. This is the length. How much do you want your text to stretch? How many letters we need a close to, let me just give it an allowance of up to 30 right there. I'll go ahead and click apply and give it a node here, give it an OK right there. This will be the description of our client's name, the details of the client's name right here, right there. Now, under drawings title, the title, then I mean the name of our project. What will be the name of our project? What we'll do, we'll go straight here and delete this, and I'll show you how to place this back. I'll type delete and I'll go straight to value field here, and I want to place my project name here, or the title of the project. I'll place it, just move close right there and click on that. The moment you click on that, we'll be prompted with a window, a very small window here that will be giving you a variety of options that might confuse you if you're not familiar with what you're doing, or you're not familiar with Tekla structures. But here it is, you'll be able to pick something and learn from it. Now, I've clicked on it, but you cannot see the text here until we select what we want inside this field. What we want here is the description of the project, the name of the project. Now, what we'll do straight here, we'll go to this and search name of the project. Just type name, and it's under project. Just click on this plus sign and we'll pick on the name. I'll go straight and click OK, and it will appear here, but it's absolutely big, but it will stretch out of our title block. Now, what we want to do, we want to double click on this text so that we access that window modification, this text modification window. We will be able to change the font size and the font height. The font height and the font type, I'll just double click on that, and this will give me these value field properties for this text. I'll come to text layout here and click on this radio button here. I'll be taken to another window where I'll be able to pick on the font type, and I need Arial, but I need regular one. Just that size of 3.5 is okay. I'll give it an OK right there. Then after doing that, I want to define the length of my text. I just click on that, or you can just type direct on the screen, and I'll give apply and give it an OK right there. From there, I want to place the name, give my project a number. Want to give a project a number, and to do that is very simple. I want to delete this and show you how this is done and how to play around with it. We'll go to value field here, then we want to place our project number right there. This window will come, and what we want is the project number. We'll just type number, and it's under project. Then we'll go straight to project number, that number #2, then give it an OK. Double click on this text, play around with the size of the font and the font type by clicking the font layout under this window. Click on that. Then by default we'll work with the Arial font, and we'll pick on regular, and the size of our font will give it 3.5 is okay. I'll click OK, then come up here and apply and give it a node here. Perfect. But what we've forgotten how many numbers do we intend to feed in to describe the number, our project number. I'll double click and we'll go back where we were, and this is quite, it is restricting us to only 10 digits or letters. Let me just stretch it to give us an allowance up to 20 right there. I'll apply and accept. Perfect. Now here we have this, the drawing and the checked and approved, the date is there. How do we access this? If I double click on it, you'll be able to see where it is taking us. Is the format is, and the name is user defined drawn by. This is defined under user defined. You define them by yourself. This is your own creation. Now I'll close this and delete it, and I'll show you one by one how to do that. I'll delete that, This is drawn by, and this is checked by, I want to delete it, and this is approved, and this is date. Date, you can just leave it as long as you get the concept on how this comes up. That is better. Now I'll go back to value field here and snap right here. I'll snap right there, and this will bring all this. Having done that, I'll scroll down to user defined. I'll click on that. Then I want to see what I'm doing. I'll come first of all to drawn by. You can see the drawn by is here. I'll click on drawn by and click on OK. I'll double click. I've picked on a wrong one. Let me just go back. Let me just delete this. Let me just delete that and come back to value field here and pick on that. Once I've picked on that, I'll scroll down to user defined and go that way and go straight to drawn by. I'll click drawn by and click OK. I'll double click on that, and I want to use abbreviations. Just give it 2 letters. The first abbreviation, my name, that is Morris, then the other one is Dimba. Then I'll just use MD, then DM, just same name but interchanging the letters. Now here I'll just give it 2. Just give it 2 options, or just 3. It's okay. Then the font type and the size, I'll click on that radio button here and go straight to Arial here. I'm using too much of Arial. Then come to regular and come to 3.5, the height of the font. I'll click on that and give it apply and give it an OK right there. Here we have it. I'll do a similar thing. I'll go back here and snap right in that field. Then go all the way to user defined. I'll scroll down because it is me defining who does the drawing, who approves the drawing. This is not system generated. Now I'll come to checked. This drawing will be checked by who. I'll click on that under user defined and click on OK. Then I'll double click on this text and change the font type here to Arial. You can use any type of text, and the height. And I'll constrain this to 2 or 3. I'll apply and give it an OK, and do the same thing here. At the bottom end here, I'll snap right here. I'll scroll down to user defined. I'll click that and go approved by and click OK, and double click here and do that routine job of rectifying all this. Arial, and give it a regular, give it this height and give it an OK, and apply that. Let's constrain these 2, 3 digits or letters only, that, and give it an OK. Perfect. Here we are, and everything is in place. What we require only. Now what we'll do, we'll go ahead and click save this. Once you've saved this, this will be inside here and will be ready to be used. Now I'll close this and we'll go back here. Now we want to refresh everything, or I want to show you how to place all this, how to feed the drawing and checked by and that. Now if I come here, and type inside here, I double click on that text and come back to template here. This will take me back to where I was. I'll close that. I'll right click and refresh my template, and this is what you'll see. The text has changed, and the text the other end also has changed. Now let me just zoom out. I'll right click and interrupt, right click once again and interrupt, double click, and this will take me to this end. I'll go straight to user defined. Under user defined, this is where you'll be able to feed in, let me just bring it close. You'll be able to feed in, let me just bring it close. Here you'll be able to feed in drawn by, you feed in the abbreviation right there, a checked by, you feed in right there, and approved by, you feed in right there, and a click modify. Let me just change the names and just type PR, somebody called PR, and just use the same name and change that, and approved by the same person who checked. And if I go and click modify and apply, this will reflect inside here. I'll go here and apply and accept that. Then I'll right click and come to refresh the template. You'll be able to see this is changing. It has changed. Now I'll go ahead and show you how to feed these names, feed this the client name and the name of your project and your project number. To do that is simple. Once we've saved this, we want to close this down, and we'll come back to it later on. We want to go back to our model. It is saving. We want to feed in the descriptions of this project inside our title block. To do that, we'll go straight to project properties. Under project properties, we'll just scroll down, and you see this button here. You will click edit. Now you can see the under object we have our client name. You can feed another client name. You can feed anything. You can feed any name here, but I'll just leave it at that. And you can also feed that number somewhere here. Let me just scroll up. The project number, we come here and we can give it a different number. You can just give it that. You can give it that and give it 8001. And the name is here. We can change this name to Steel Tower, Steel Structure Tank Tower. You just give it a name right there and give it a space right there. We'll go ahead and click apply, and this will reflect inside our drawing. Let me just click inside and we'll go straight to drawing list here, and we'll open this drawing and check what we've done. There we are. It has been opened. Let me just click on the screen, and we scroll in, out, we scroll in. Let me just scroll closer to this. You can see the text had been added. Initially it was just structure tower. We've added tank here. We've changed the previous one, and this was also changed. This is how you do it. And this title block was done in AutoCAD, and we imported it to Tekla structures, and the text were added inside Tekla structures. Now you might be asking, we don't have a logo here. To bring in the logo is very simple. We just double click on this title block. We want to edit it, edit template in template editor. We'll click on that. We'll minimize this window. We want to edit this template and give it time to load. Here we are. It has loaded. and we'll close this. We'll close this. The templates are read only. I'll close this and close that. So if it is read only, you'll not be able to save. You see the save is grayed. Now I want just to show you how to bring in your logo. To bring in your logo, it's very simple. You come to insert here and come to picture and come to bitmaps. Then I'll scroll to my logo here. I just scroll to Civil Max right there and click right there. Now I want to place it inside the title block, and I'll just click on that corner and drag it all the way to that spot. But you see the snap is restricting my work. What I'll do, I'll just right click on the screen and come to grid and deactivate snap. I'll click OK and click back here to delete everything, and I start doing it afresh. I'll come back to insert, I'll come to picture, I'll scroll down after highlighting the bitmaps and scroll down to the name of my logo, or of our logo. I'll scroll, I'll define how big it should be, and I want it this big. I'll leave it to that spot and click on empty screen, and this is the logo. This is the logo. It is inside our template, or our title block. I'll close this, or I can go ahead and click save as, but it won't save because it's a read only. We should have done this prior to saving it. Now I'll close this and I'll click save changes, click OK. I'll right click and click refresh. Perfect. And this is what we're having. Now we want to export this to, we want to print this in PDF. We want to print this in PDF, and prior to printing that in PDF, we want to just to comb it a little bit up. We want to slightly change the scale of our drawing here. You just double click on this window. Just double click on this window and play with the scale here slightly. Now this is our scale. Under attribute 1, we want to bring this to 60 or 55. 55 is okay. We don't want it to appear a bit smaller. Just click 55 and click modify. It will be slightly compressed to fit well inside our title block. Perfect. It has been rescaled. Let me just bring it close. It has been rescaled. Let me just bring it close. It has been rescaled, and here it is. Now we want to change this text. We don't just need a letter here describing this as just a mere 3D. We want a clear description of what it is, because some people are not familiar with what drawings are, what types of drawings are. Now I'll go to labels here. Under labels, I want to change this text color and feed another description here apart from 3D. Now you can see this text has a line. The line is blue. That line is here. This is the blue line. We'll change this to white or black, and we'll add a symbol there. Then we'll go straight now to text itself. Now under text, we'll go straight to this. We have these descriptions: A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. All these are just the way they are placed here. I'll go to the first option, A1. I'll click on that radio button here to get into another window. By default, you'll see this view name. Now this view name, will get rid of it, will remove it, and bring in text. Click on text and bring text inside. Then the moment you click on, bring text inside, it will not appear as text here. It will be prompted, you will be prompted with a small dialog box here, where you'll be able to type in your description of your model. Now this one, we want to call it steel structure, steel structure tank tower. That's the wrong spelling. Now that's it. So the moment you click OK, it will be brought inside here. Now its color is blue, but you don't want a blue color. The size is 5. Font is 5, but we'll just leave it at Arial, but with the same font size. I'll come to color. I'll give it black, because in printout it will appear black. Here it will appear white. This size will change to 4. I mean 4, not 40. Then we'll go straight and click on it. Before to change the font, click on the text, then change the font here. Then come here and click modify, and you'll see the text changing here. The text has changed, but it has been underlined with the blue line, which is not okay. We'll go back under position. We don't need to do anything there. Just go ahead and click apply and give it an okay. Then we'll come here and give it apply. Give it apply, though the size is very small, but we've directed the program to give it a node and place it here. You can see it's very small, it's not right. Now we'll give it a size of 5 and give it an okay right here. I mean click modify. There we are, still small. We'll go all the way and give it 12. 12 will be okay. Way too big, but it's average. Let me just bring it out. This is okay, but not really good. I'll give it another rectification, bring it down to 10, and give it time to load the setting. Now there we are, and the inner descriptions, those are now simple. You can just go, the way you see it, you come to 3 and 4 and do place your descriptions there. Now we have grid lines here. Grid lines have a very strange color. We want to change all these colors. We want to change these colors to white on the screen and black when printed. I'll close this now. We will not be working from this end, and I'll go straight and double click on the grid after closing this window. Let me just give it time to close, and I'll go back and double click on the grid and get another window, and from that window I'll be able to feed in my my preferred settings or my preferred requirements. Now I'll double click right here on the grid lines. Then these grid properties will come, and we can see it has a default color of purple. I don't know this color. Now we'll go straight and give it a black, and the color for our text, we'll give it also black. And the size of our font, you can leave it at 5 or give it 4. And the framing, you can define your frame, or you can decide just to don't have a frame, but it's better we give it this. Once you're done with that, just go ahead and click OK, and so it has been changed to white. Perfect. And this is what we have now. Much better, and it looks nice. Now the next step, we want to pull this or drag this slightly to the center. We'll just click on it. Once we've clicked on it, I'll just press my left button on the mouse and drag it. And drag it slowly. Drag it slowly and bring it close to my title block, or bring it close to the center. Bring close to that spot. Now I'll click on empty screen right there and bring it close, zoom out or in, whichever works well for you. Now I want to print this in PDF, and I'll be able to share this with people who are not familiar or conversant with Tekla structure, or they don't have any CAD program to view this file, and they're conversant with the knowledge of interpretation of drawings. Now I'll go straight to to file here and come to print. I'll come to print right here. I'll give it time to load the settings of the printing. We have the printing window here, and I click on this and drag it slightly up. Now we have the PDF, we have the printer here. Now we've not connected the printer here. We want to have a virtual printout, which is the PDF. I'll go straight and click PDF, and you can see here, click here to preview your model of our drawing. We'll wait as the system describes or gives instruction. We'll wait for the preview, then we start feeding our settings here. The paper size. Now our drawing is here. The preview of our drawing is here. Now we can play around. Let me just maximize this. Then I'll come to printer here. Printer, we've not connected our system, our computer to the printer. We have a virtual printer, which is the PDF here. We'll print this into PDF and share with anybody who doesn't have Tekla structure, has only access to document in PDF format, and is conversant with the drawings interpretation. You can interpret a drawing. Now we can convert this into PDF like this, the way it is. You can use a scale, you can fit to paper, and you can also use paper size. If you come to paper size here, I'm using, we have A0, we have A1, and up to A5. We've used the full paper. We've used the whole, it has been picked. It's auto here, which is A1. This A1, and everything fits well. Now after doing that, we'll go straight away and click print. This will be printed, and the name is given automatically like that, and go straight away and click print in PDF as our virtual printer, and we'll give it time. Now we'll follow this folder. We'll minimize this now. Let me just minimize that, bring it down, and we'll want to track this folder all the way to we want to track this folder inside this PDF folder inside this. Now what's the date today? Today is 12th. Now we'll go straight to we'll go straight to this and double click on that. We'll open that. Now this is our drawing already printed in a PDF. Just bring it close, and this is how it looks now in a PDF format. This is how it looks. A steel structure, a tongue tower. Let me just scroll up so that you have a clear look of this. Let me just scroll up. scroll up. Here we are. You can see the tank platform right here. This is a tank platform, and let me scroll down, going all the way bottom end, and fit it in our screen and see the actual size. This is how it looks, and you can send this to anyone which is conversant and understands what the drawing is and is able to interpret. Like this one is it gives a clear picture, and anyone can actually define this as a 3D of a steel tower for elevated water tank. Thanks a lot, and if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll be continuing producing so many videos for training in Tekla structures. Thanks a lot. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos to come. I'm Maurice Dimba, and bye bye. Let's meet then.